So what are the kinds of things that we need to do? And I think part of it is that we need to make sure that those households that are raising children are not disproportionately harmed kind of economically by the work they do in raising those children. Children used to be a great economic good, right, in agrarian times, and they're economically more burdensome, but they're not a burden. They're a great joy and a great gift, and we need them for civilization to continue. But the great good that they bring to adults' lives. And so how do we make that possible? So I think it's thinking creatively about how local, state, and the federal government can take tax burdens off of people, can supplement income of people through things like the EITC, the Earned Income Tax Credit. I've always been in favor of wage subsidies. I think it's a great way for people who are working out in the world but make very small wages that aren't able to take care of their children to do so through really creative ways to take seriously the needs people have for childcare, but not through institutional childcare, through allowing monies to be potentially subsidized for poor folk, but that can be used in all sorts of different ways for their own family members, potentially their mother, their sister, whoever it is that's home with children, so that people can work for the good of their children, but also put those children in the care of those they really trust. I also think that we should be really thinking seriously about reducing the costs of healthcare, of having children. I'm not a policy wonk, so I think about these things in a more principled way, but that reducing the costs of having children, of having a family is super important. One of my favorite ideas is that I think we could take an idea from Hungary, but kind of change it, which is that when a woman has a certain number of children, or even just spends a certain amount of time, it could also be a man, it's usually a woman with young children in the home, that their tax burden, their income tax burden for the rest of their life should just go to zero, that they've contributed already to the good of the commonwealth, the commonweal, and that they shouldn't have to be paying taxes on any income they earn after that. So those are kind of some ideas. I think others at EPPC, people I work with there, were floating about other ideas as well.